right, got my awesome campers here. All right, 5 things that have to be really, really quiet during your putting stroke. Name one.
I said feet.
Feet. So lower body has to be crazy stable. What else?
Shoulders.
The
Head.
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 Head and hips.
The hips, lower body. So we got head and hips. What else has to be crazy quiet?
Arms.
Your wrists.
Wrists.
Part of the arm. Legs.
Legs we did.
That's lower.
So now we got 2 more that are not so obvious. So far we got lower body's got to be crazy stable. Head's got to be crazy stable. Wrists are super passive, so we don't want any flippy doos. Fourth.
Hands, maybe?
Well, that's wrist.
Yeah. Eyes.
Eyes. So what's between the eyes? Inside.
Your nose.
Our brain.
Okay.
Our nose. That's awesome. Our brain has to be quiet. So if you watch the pros and their gaze is really, really steady. If you watch the pros, they'll look at the hole, look back, look at the hole, look back, and go. All right, they're super steady with their gaze, and that really helps you to quiet your mind. I mean, that's just brilliant. Where players go off is they're super anxious. All right, so steady your gaze, that helps quiet the mind. And then the last one, which is not so obvious, and I'll just tell you, is kind of had it leading up with the shoulders. The shoulders work around the spine. All right, so the shoulders don't work up and down like this. They work around the spine. So the spine is the fixed point. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. Chest to arm
Feel
connection.
it more in the whole chest and everything.
Yeah, so that really stabilizes the putter face. This is a really, really
Ooh.
important point for all of you because I saw a little too armsy for you guys.
This feels like it's such a good practice.
It is. So we got the shafts and the arms helping feel the chest to arm connection. All right, so you're gonna really keep this chest to arm connection. Boom. Keeping the head crazy quiet. As you do it, keeping the lower body crazy quiet. Shoulders work right around the spine. Joe, can you come and hold her head, please, lightly?
Sure.
It's moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Lightly. Go ahead, Ayla.
Like, just like this.
Oh, get up. Don't squeeze.
Just so you can see, because you can do this at home. You know, you can help each other.
I know.
Be coaches. Keep this
Yeah.
crazy quiet. I'm gonna do the pulling. Do you feel how the shoulders are staying down and working around better?
Mm-hmm.
Especially this one. Okay?
A little bit, yep.
Down, because this one was rising like that. Under your arms. That's a great cue for your lower body to keep it really, really stable, is to put a walnut between your butt cheeks and crack the walnut.
Seriously?
All right, that's not my tip. That's a gal that came to camp and she's like, yeah, it really works great, and it does. The other thing you can do is squeeze your butt cheeks. All right, when you squeeze your butt cheeks, all right, that engages your quads and your quads actually work out, so you grip the ground. All right, so you just really want to stay stable, so whatever works for you. All right, so we're gonna crack the walnut, squeeze our butt, which helps us to engage the ground, which helps us to stay rock solid. You guys are looking sharp. So let's groove it now. So you can make a nice solid stroke. All right, and you can see that my head is crazy, crazy quiet. I'm in my posture and then I swivel. Where players go off is they do that kind of action. So they come over the top with their putting stroke. That brings me to my next point, which is the spine. So the shoulders work around the spine. They don't work up and down. All right, so if you work up and down, you can see what's happening to my spine. It's all over the place. My shoulders work around my spine. You can stay nice and steady. All right, so the shoulders work around the spine. So that hole is tiny. The putter face is tiny, so we need precision. So we're super solid. We've loaded up our posterior chain, and now we're pulling our shoulders back and around our spine, which is another fixed point. All right, you don't have to go crazy with the wind up, just a little bit, because you know the putting stroke's tiny. So just a little tiny pull, pull, pull. So you're pulling your shoulder back, keeping your head crazy quiet. Do you guys feel it? Now I'm gonna come around and hold your heads because everybody's head's kind of moving. All right, so our head moves typically because the shoulders are working improperly. So I'm gonna come a little closer here. So the shoulders, if they're working up and down like this, it's impossible to keep your head quiet. But if the shoulders work around your spine and you keep your chest to arm connection, right? So there's no gap here, there's no rocking of the baby, right? That you're not working your shoulders around your spine right now, you're going up and down. So you want your elbows in and your lead arm to chest connection, right? And you're gonna work that right around your spine. All right, then you can keep your head crazy quiet. All right, now if you have a good stroke with your shoulders, but your head's still moving, that's just, you're focused on the outcome. All right, so stay in the process of the putt. Really stay in the process of the putt. All right, that's really important. You gotta stay in the process of the putt. Keep your head crazy quiet. Focus on a spot right on top of the ball and keep it there well past the stroke. Then swivel. All right, get them in the, almost in the zone. Oh, kind of rolled out. All right, where players go off is before they even finish their putt, they're up and out of their posture. All right, so keep your head quiet, stay in the process of the shot. All right, and the last thing is between the ears. All right, so you gotta go donuts. All right, so steady your gaze. All right, see how steady my gaze is. So I look at the hole, I look back at my ball, I look at the hole, back at my ball, make my stroke. All right, if you watch the pros, there's a very similar routine. All right, so there's not a lot of back and forth, their eyes aren't fluttering, the head's not going all wobbly like bobblehead. We don't want to be bobblehead on the green. All right, so this is just a great way to make sure that you don't stand over the ball forever. All right, a lot of players just stand over the ball way too long. So what the pros do, and what great putters do, is they'll get set up, they'll have their steady gaze, they'll look at the hole, look back. Look at the hole, slowly come back, and without delay, make their putt. All right, that is gonna really help you get rid of standing over the ball too much, because if you stand over the ball too much, stuff can enter here. All right, so just look at the hole, boom, look at the hole, boom, go. All right, and that's gonna really help you on the green.